Ladies and gentlemen, on this channel, I have inherited the responsibility of covering all of the biggest stories and covering them from all angles. And at certain times, I have had to sort of act as a proverbial Paul Revere of sorts, the digital Paul Revere, and warn you, hey, this thing that you really don't want to happen might be on the brink. You know, I'm like Nicolas Cage in Knowing. I'm like Nick Stradamus right now. I just wanted to make you all aware of something that I have clocked in real time. And if in a month something happens and you come back to this video, you're like, oh, Nick, you were wrong about this thing. I pray to God that that happens. Honestly, I give you please do that if it happens. I want to be wrong about this. Okay. I'm worried that I'm not. So what is it? Okay. All right. We'll get to it. The Detroit Pistons just hired Trajan Langdon as their president of basketball operations. That's really exciting. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about that. And then, wait a minute. Where did he go to school? Oh, he went to Duke. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of really good basketball minds have come out of that university. And then you remember that thing about the Pistons that you're like, this damn thing that we just can't seem to shake. That Arn Tellem character. It's just something about him. It's just something about the guy, you know? What is it? It's that he fucking controls the team and whatever he wants is what the team fucking does. Do you know who was a former client of Arn Tellem? And do you know who is an alum of Duke University? Folks, that's JJ Redick. JJ Redick, the guy, if you may have heard his name in the news recently, if it wasn't for his podcast or his many television appearances or his broadcasting of these NBA playoffs, you might have heard that he's in the mix for a head coaching job out west, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, by all accounts, it sounds like he might take that job. The word from, I think it was Stephen A. Smith, he was like, yeah, he's just behind the scenes making some phone calls trying to see who he could get on his staff. But it's more or less done. It's just a matter of when, not if, at this point. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. You know what else is kind of interesting, though? If I may? You know, the Pistons did finally announce officially, okay, yeah, hey, Trajan Langdon, hey, social media, we hired this guy. Everyone was like, yay. But then you're like, wait a minute, where's the press conference? That matters here in the timeline, okay? Really taking a while to do that press conference. You wonder why. You wonder if they're not behind the scenes right now. You wonder, because all of this, you're also probably thinking, I'm not addressing the elephant in the room. The Detroit Pistons have a coach who is gainfully employed. They have a head coach. They have Monty Williams under contract. They made him the highest damn paid head coach in the history of the league at the time that he signed the contract, just 365 days ago. Nick, he's still on the team. I hear you. I hear you. But I just wonder if the reason that they're being a little evasive about this damn press conference, which again does matter here, it's not just a press conference. There's shit to read into here, okay? Read between those lines. I think they're behind the scenes trying to get their ducks in a row, so that way when they get up on that podium, it's not just to introduce Trajan Langdon. It's to say, here's what we got moving forward to like a real actionable plan, some concrete shit that you can go up there and sell to some season ticket holders, by the way, or some potential season ticket holders. Oh, this is a 10-game ticket package. We need shit to market, Tom. Okay, and if you go up there and you're like, hey, all of the people who are responsible for this horrible season that we just had, the worst that we've ever had, they're all gone. They're all gone, right? We're dust in our hands, our bad. We're putting a hand up as an organization, but look at all this new shit that we're going to go get you. And you have these connections. And JJ Redick in the past has spoken glowingly about the Pistons and the young talent that they have. Now, there are a few reasons for this. One, it's because JJ Redick, you like to imagine, has a strong predilection for determining who is and is not good at basketball, and he's just, as an analyst, being like, hey, these guys are good. But also, because if you're somebody like JJ Redick and you knew that you know what your post-playing career, oh my God, you know what your post-playing career should look like in your eyes. And for JJ, that's doing the media thing. And then after a while, some teams are kind of like, wow, this is a really popular guy. He really knows his stuff, like a real student of the game. Eventually, and this is usually how it goes with people who want to get into the media, that can evolve into a coaching candidacy. JJ wanted to do this all along, you have to imagine, in some capacity, even if it wasn't his number one thing. And so what you do when you're on TV and you know that one day you want to be in the front office or on the bench of an organization, you say nice shit about everybody here and there. You do people favors on the fucking screen. Like this is how this works in some form, right? So JJ Redick has kind of been buttering up the Pistons a little bit. It's so that when he sits down for a job interview, he can be like, "Oh man, no, you guys have seen it on TV. You guys have seen what I said. You know, I would be privileged to be able to." And then you're already in their good graces. Also, doesn't fucking hurt when Arn Tellem, man, this fucking guy, we can't shake him. Now, Nick, you're saying all of this as if it would be a bad thing. So why don't you want this? Why are you digital Paul revering about JJ Redick being the Pistons head coach? It feels like a gimmick right now. And I would argue JJ should wait for something else. And I also don't think he should take the Lakers job. That's a zero-sum game. You literally, it's all risk, it's no reward. What are you supposed to do with that team? Right? All the good grace that you have built up as a new personality in our media is going to be out the fucking window when all of those same pundits who were once your coworkers and all the people who consume your shit now eviscerate you and tear you apart because you couldn't win with LeBron on your team. That shit is destined to fail. Right? So it doesn't matter. But I would also argue on the inverse of that. It's like, I don't know. Is it too gimmicky at this point? No, not really. I mean, I can't say like, oh, JJ Redick, it's not like he was even a good... JJ Redick was a fucking awesome player. By all accounts, he's an awesome dude too, right? All the shit that I don't like about him is unfair. It's just because we're oversaturated with his shit. And it just feels like the perfect way to like dance on my grave as a Pistons fan, to just be like, oh, by the way, that guy that you're just kind of rubbed the wrong way by, he's your fucking coach now? Okay. JJ Redick, I really hope you prove me wrong, because this is happening. This is happening. He's going to be your coach, Pistons fans. JJ Redick. Now, it could change. But just don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised, at the very least, if the headline comes across your desk that whoa, suddenly there's another suitor out there for JJ Redick. It's the motherfucking Detroit Pistons. This Trajan Langdon character. Man, this Arn Tellem guy, I'm telling you, they're going to get JJ Redick. Tom Gores loves the big swing. That's what he wants to do right now. He's watching Steve Ballmer out there. He's watching Matt Ishbia out there, for better or worse, that guy, right? It's big swing, big swing, big swing. Tom Gores just tried. Huge swing and a miss with Monty Williams. It didn't work. Trajan Langdon, I don't know. You hit a single. I think you played it safe. No notes. I don't know. Seems like it's, by all accounts, seems like a really a well-respected guy. So I'm happy about it. But you really want to kill this thing? You know, everything that you just dealt with? Monty's got to be next. Monty's got to be next. And maybe JJ Redick, I guess.